All right, I'll follow up on the last one. Normal and hormone harmonizing. I can just hear my head. But Mary, my kids, they need that. We identify what's happening with them so we can help them to be in school. I can't put them in a different setting. I can't adjust to their activity levels. It drives me crazy. A couple things there. I hate to say this, but why does it drive you crazy? Is it because you have expectations of what should be normal? Expectations of what people think of you? Expectations of how a child would act if they're healthy? Something needs to be addressed. What are your expectations for that child? And are they healthy and harmonious with who that child is? There are times they do need to sit. We've been training them to sit with treats, like Pavlov with his bell. We train them to salivate and to be feel good when they're sitting still with treats and rewards. I know because I've done it myself. But what if instead we said, whatever your child's name is, I love the way you move. I love the way you look at the world. I love your brain and how it works. I know you need to go to school. Your teacher's doing the best they can. I know it's hard for you to sit still. So we're going to give you this medicine just for at school to help you sit down and be still. Just so your teacher can help work with all the people at the same time. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just going to help you. It's going to help you focus. But I love the way you are. You're not your medicine. We're just going to use this now as a tool until we figure out how you can do both, be active and still. But even then, what are we doing now? We're planting in their brain this idea that there's something wrong with them. So just be very careful. Very careful. And maybe be very honest with them in a gentle way and manage your expectations first. Like, do you love that child for their activity, or do you wish that they were like sweet little Jane who's sitting over there on the church bench? Doesn't even kick her legs, just listens. Well, sweet little Jane will do a lot of beautiful things. But so your little Jimmy. Your little Jimmy, if allowed to thrive, will do great things. He'll fight great battles. He'll climb to great heights that Jane can only dream of. Because he's Jimmy. And because he is beautiful. And he is great. And his level of activity is just great. So yes, let's give them skills so they can focus and adapt. And awareness, I think an awareness is huge to tell children, to talk to them and say, hey, yeah, look at you. Do you see how busy you are now, active you are now? They say, still, that's okay. You're both different. You're both going to do different things. So your teachers would like you to try and sit still so they can teach them more. They don't know how to teach someone. I mean, I'll be honest, okay? They wouldn't know how to handle a group of people. So let's figure out a way to be active, or just, in my mind, you pray for ability to navigate that. Because remember, our greatest strengths are also our greatest weaknesses. And our greatest weaknesses are also our greatest strengths. There's a huge spectrum of activity. Not everything applies to every child. But if we can just start thinking about things in less a strict way, let's open our minds to how we look at our children, how we look at our expectations of ourselves, and how we interact with our society, and stop training and saying, this is the ideal. If we can all be sitting still, let's celebrate the beauty of motion. So just a follow-up thought. Beauty from ashes, right? There's beauty in the hard things of our life.